Thank you for joining me this afternoon. This is Jena, and I am here for strength and cardio mix today at the J. I do not have any participants in the room with me. That's the only reason I can have my face mask off, but if anyone joins me, I might be throwing that back on. So I just wanted to make an announcement for those of you that did not hear me that we have a virtual Zumba squad event coming up on February 25th at 6 p.m. and you can register on the website. It's an Eventbrite. And then my seminar on food for thought on nutrition is next Tuesday, the 16th, and you can join me at 3 p.m. It's a free virtual seminar, and feel free to register. So we'll get you guys going. All right. Let's go ahead and start with our legs out nice and wide and bringing those heels to the seat, reaching and pulling those arms behind us, getting that upper body warmed up, knees, quads. So I originally was going to be going out of town next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but my trip was canceled. So Sue has already been lined up to sub for this class next Tuesday. Many of you know Sue, and she will be coming in and doing a strength and cardio mix. I didn't want to snag it back again. Let Sue take that, and I'll take some time off a little bit at the beginning of the week. Go into a step touch, opening those arms. Some nice motion in those shoulders. Relax the neck while you're doing this. And we're going to take it to some high knees. Big marches here. Pulling those feet up off the floor. Right. Let's bring it right into some body-weighted squats. Driving those hands out, pulling them back in. Try to get those hips nice and low. Keeping those knees slightly wider than shoulder width. Toes, tiny turn out. Make sure you're driving the hips back, not letting them stay here. Shoulders just stay right behind those knees. Exhale as you pull up. And again, engage those glutes and those quads a little bit as you're lifting your body back up. Nice work. Take it to another march here. Pumping those arms at your side. Little tiny march. So my job today is to challenge our strength, but keep our heart rate up also the whole time. The cardio strength mixes, intervals or combos. All right, so we are going to start with no weight, soft bend in both knees, just angling my body to the side so you can see. And you're going to start with a little knee drive and a toe tap right now. All right, so really get solid on that base leg. Working on stabilizing in that base side, checking the knee. And we're going to change this to where we cannot tap that foot. So we've got to hover that foot. You're still running those arms and legs. You just don't tap the foot at any time. If you're losing a little balance, then tap that foot back again. Let's go for 8 more on this side. 7, really bend that base leg. Challenge that strength. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. If you got down there nice and low, you felt that in the thigh. Pumping those arms. Step touch here. Flushing that leg out a little. So we are going to go on that other side. Sit in a little staggered stance. Bend the knees and hips. We're going to start with the knee and then the toe stabilizing in the back. Little tapper out. Again, the lower you sit in this leg, the stronger you'll get. The higher up you are, still challenging that stability, right? So let's see if we can make it into a strength exercise. Here we go, no foot to the ground. Challenge it. Pick a focal point on the ground to stare at. Keep driving that knee up. Anytime you lose balance, you can tap that toe back to the floor. 5 more. 4, sit lower. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Step touch again. So we're going to take our legs to this tiny little scissors here. If you just want to do little baby toe taps back with both legs, you can. Or just give me a tiny scissor. Not staying here very long. Little burst here. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. So grab a set of dumbbells, weights, heavy water bottle filled with sand, whatever works for you today. So we are going to start with those legs pretty wide in a wide plie. So we're going to go down and up for 2. And then on our third one, we're going to hold it down and do 2 bicep curls. Okay, so just follow along. Here we go. Down and up. On our next one, hold it down. Bicep curl for 2. 1, up and down. 1, 2, hold this down. 1, good work. 2, up and down again. Elbows on the inside of those thighs. Up and down. Hold it. Good work. Up and down again. 2 times. Hold it. Bicep only. Chest back. The chest lifted, I should say. Shoulders back. Bend. Bend. We've got 5 more of these. Hold it. Bend. Up and down. Work on getting those shoulders behind the knees. 3 more. Hold it. Come on. Feel those hamstrings working down there. Woo. Up and down. Bend. 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 Let's go for 1 more. Up and down for 2. Hold it. Bend. Set them down. Woo. Let's stretch those quads out right away. Big arms here. Fly away. I saw kind of a cute little movie this weekend. Penguin Blooms. You have to write it down. I think it was on Netflix. I don't know. It was a, drama. Very good family, positive movie as the movie went on. This little thing reminds me of the little bird named Penguin. Keep it here. Give me some reaches. Up, Good work. Tap those toes. Can you reach a little higher? A little longer? Up, up. Let's go across. Push, push, push. Good work. 3 more. 2 and 1. Woo. All right, shake them out. Grabbing your dumbbells again, whatever weight they are. So we already got the leg nice and strong and ready to go. So you're gonna work on keeping the leg bent, both legs bent, but this back one's not gonna straighten out unless it just naturally wants to. As you hinge forward, you're gonna pull your dumbbells up, do a tricep, and then come up. So as you hinge forward, pull. I smile because this is not easy for balance. Hinge, oops, pull and tricep. Bring it down and come up. Hinge, tricep, bring it down and up. We're gonna try 3 more on this side. Make sure it's a challenging weight if you have options there. Woo! Bad one. I can't look at my screen. I gotta look down at the floor. 1 more. Row and hinge. Kick it back. Down. Ooh. March it out. I felt those puppies. Let's go to that other side. Just gonna change my angle. You absolutely need to. You go ahead and keep that toe down and come up, but try to get it to move. Get that foot to move. Hinge and row. Kick it back. Press it and stand. Pull, push. Woo! And come up. Aim at a spot about 3 to 4 feet out in front of your foot. Don't worry about keeping up with me. Maybe you can do these a little faster. Slow and controlled makes you really work them. One more on this leg, wherever you're at. And down. Awesome work. Set those dumbbells down. Shake those arms out a little bit. So we are going to work on staying up tall and just tick-tocking, as I always call it, or a little pendulum, leg side to side. Chest is lifted here, always landing and absorbing that shock with those knees. If you keep it small, heart rate will go down a little. Bigger swings, heart rate up a little higher. Keep her here. Good work, everyone. Soft little turnout when I land, if that feels best. Or forward if you're able to keep your knee stable. We are done. Grab a sip of water here. Oops. I don't know what happened. I tapped to see what time it was. Sip of water. All right. We're going back into those squats with the biceps. If it wasn't tough on your arms, double it up. I'll promise to count this time, and you can do one arm if you need to double up on one arm, and then go to the other. All right. So 2 squats down and up. Here we go. Down. And now hold it. Bicep curl for 2 of them. Up and down for 2 again. Bicep curl. Up and down for 2. This is number 3 here. Bicep curl. We'll go to 5 and then you can switch arms. That's 4. Up and down. Woo. Hold it. 5. Switch arms if you need to, if you're doubling it up here to get a harder workout. Here we go, last 5. That's 1. Are you getting down there nice and low? Make it hard. Come on, it's your workout. Up and down. 2 more. Oh, those hammies are burning. Woo! Last one here, down and up for 2. And then we hold it for 2 biceps. Set them down. Woo! All right, let's jog it. Little interval of jogging. We're getting some arms pumping here. You can move in your space. Might feel a little bit better. Or just pump it in place. Good work. Don't stop. I know you're winded. Well, you should be after those big muscle groups. Working. Drive those knees higher if you need to get yourself more winded. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going back to that tricep one. The row and the tricep, one leg. Make sure your weight is challenging. Okay. So soft bend, this tippy toe can be on the ground, or you're trying to bring it back. Row it, kick it back, push the dumbbells away. Dumbbells meet your chest. A good bend in that knee of the base leg. That's 3. Pull and bend. 4, maybe tap your toe and just gently put it on a couch or an ottoman or a step stool. Whatever you got there. We'll keep trying to hold it up. 6. Woo. One more here. Pull, triceps, and come up. March it out. The heavier weight you make your weights, the more you throw your weight off. I'm using 10s, kind of medium weight for me today, but it's working. Here we go, other side. Pull, kick it, push it up. Pull. Come on. See, sometimes when you text message me or email me a request, I deliver. I try to remember. I write it down. Balance in our strength class every once in a while. Okay. Check. Oh, and you're still working that strength. Part of having balance, right? We all know it. It's not about just standing on one leg. It's can you move and can you get low? Can you challenge that strength? 3 more here. Woo! 2. 1 more. You might be faster or slower than me. And 1. Oh, little sip of water again. Keeping y'all hydrated. All right, take it to a little V-step here. Pumping those arms. Good. It's your Zumba music for my Zumba people. We're going the other way. Little V-step. Start to double time those arms if your heart rate's coming down here. Pump them if you want. Bringing those legs together. Little squats. Make them quick. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Change some directions. 3, 2, 1. Hop it. 3, 2, 1. Hop it. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Strength and cardio, right? Woo. Come on. Don't stop moving, moving. Woo. Last one, right here. Good. March it. Catch your breath a little. All right, now, next one. You're grabbing your weights, placing them by your shoulders. Soft bend in the legs. You're gonna punch it up, bring it down. Notice how I absorb the shock. Push with my legs to help me get a little momentum. So it's not just a dead overhead press. And the arms are staying slightly in front of you, not out to the side of your body where you're impinging your shoulder. Here we go. Little squat, push, squat, other side, squat, push, push. Now, if you're ready, get low, up, pull it all the way down. 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Awesome work. Total body. Not one muscle did you forget to work. Give me your little step hops here, please. You can go ahead and do them just stepping taps. I encourage you to add a little hop. We got it. You can go bigger. Good work. You can bring it back to medium. Listen to that body. You can go back to step touch. As long as you're challenging your breathing. That's what we want right now at this segment. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Walk it out, catch your breath. A little recovery here. Catch your breath. I want to make sure I give you enough little recovery so you can do a nice set of strength. We're going to do one more of those push presses. So if it's too heavy, bring it down. If it's too light, bring it up. If you can't bring your arms over your head, right, there's nothing wrong with working on this. Little tiny punches, right? It's actually from here to here. It's usually the hardest on the shoulder. Then you get that momentum, and it kind of lets you throw that weight up there. Play around with it. Here we go. Little squat, alternate to start. Baby squat. Good work. Drive those hips forward. 6. Start to go lower if you can. Push. Push. Exhale all the way up. Good. Woo, 3 more each side. 2, 2, and 1, and 1. Hoo-yah. Give me some nice big arm circles. Flush them out. Bringing it to the floor, so find your mat. It's been a long time since we did this crazy one. I know, you'll figure it out. Uh-oh. So, the key with this one is to just place that dumbbell in the arch of your foot and squeeze the base of the shoes, the inside of the shoes together, especially the heels. Now, we're not laying all the way on our back because if we extend our legs, it'll be over our pelvis and our core. We're actually leaning back on those forearms. We're not shrugging, right? We're actually lifting through the chest. You can take your eyes to where your ceiling and wall are. Try not to look straight up and straighten your neck. Pull those heels in so you're hovering. And here we go. Extend and bend. Exhale, contract those thigh muscles. Little core, little quad, inner thigh, all together. Good posture as well, opening up through the chest. Gentle little weight is on my arms. I don't have to hold them down there, right? Work on using the core. Gentle rest. 10 more. Oh yeah, these are easy. We can keep going. 9, 8, 7. Squeeze those heels together. 6, 5. Contract those thighs. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Set them down. Shake those puppies out. Good work. All right, so we are going to go to a side plank. And I want you to actually bend your knees and bring them, so if we slide our hips towards the back of our mat and our elbow, the knees are going to come towards the front of the mat. So I know I've got black pants on, my hips are bent, knees are bent. Bringing that elbow underneath the shoulder. And I want you to think about, I always say press down. New cue I'm going to use is start pulling your elbow in towards your feet, okay? We're going to really press this bottom knee in. Top hand comes behind our head, and we're driving our hips forward. Okay, hips forward as you come up. So you'll still be in that straight plank versus starting straight on your side, okay? Now, drive that bottom knee into the ground and continue. You're driving your hips forward while you bring the top knee away from the bottom knee. We've got 8 more on this side. 7. Pull that elbow toward your toes as you come up. 5, 4, and 3, and 1. Nice work. Going to the other side. Going to try to angle my body in a different position to the camera so you can see. Elbow to the back of my mat, hips to the back of my mat, knees, feet, bent and stacked. And here you're driving down and pulling the elbow that way as your hips come forward and back. Hips come forward and back. Squeeze the glutes. Pull that elbow in. Now for some of us, because our knees are bent, it's a little easier. But the harder you contract, the more challenging you make it. Take that top knee. Pull it away from the bottom as you drive your hips forward. Good work. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep squeezing, and 1. All right, we are going back to our leg extension. Not gonna lie, 10 pounds was pretty wimpy. I'm gonna go up a whole 2.5 pounds, 12 pounds. So bring those heels together. You're relaxing onto your arms. You're not sinking. You're not having to press. Pull the heels in, and here we go. Contract the quads. Keep going. Oh, she's loud. I know, holding it is tough, right? Remember, if you drop it, it's right there in front of you. Don't lay down and bring it over your body. Keep contracting those abdominals. You're lifted through your chest. You're not sinking through those shoulders. You've got about 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Looking to my side, not paying attention. We're gonna stay down here and do another little set of your side plank, okay? Hips are back, driving that elbow down. This time, okay, I want you to hover that top leg the entire time if you can. You're still driving that bottom knee down. Both hips are coming forward. So if I come to the top, this top knee just stack over there. Let it come back with you. Drive that forearm down. Pull that elbow toward your feet. Holding that top hip up. You're still squeezing. Driving forward. Sorry, hand can be here to help really make sure your shoulders stay stacked when you come up. Now let's hold this one up. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Elbow to the back of your mat, hips to the back of your mat. Knees are stacked. You're just gonna hover that top leg over the bottom. Drive the elbow that way. Here we go. Hips forward. Push the outside of the bottom knee into the ground the entire time. Exhale every time you come up to help you contract and brace a little harder here in your belly. On this next one, we're holding it up here. Big plank and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Bring it all the way up to standing. Grab a sip of water. All right, so last week we did a little, I think we did obviously because one of you asked about it. So I made some cues about when we do hip thrusters or burpees, we can have our legs in 2 different positions, right? So a lot of times you see people come here and go out and back. But most people don't even have the mobility to be able to be in this crunched position. And then just thinking about that when you come in, all that force of your body is coming down and really stretching out your sacrum. So play around, see what feels best. But burpees and hip thrusters are technically designed to build speed. And this is an athletic stance more than this is, right? So if you can aim those knees to the outside of your arms or hands in between, you're already set up to go take off, right? But if I come in here I have to step somewhere else to move. So that is another reason why we do them wide. We're gonna do a set. We're gonna do 10 of those. Yes, your option is to always step back. The other reason I like to cue people to go wide, because your hips are so tight, right? Most of us can't even sit in this position. So why not work on opening up those hips versus being in narrow? So 10 of these. Starting, you go at your own pace. I'm gonna count mine out so I don't forget to stop. All right, here we go. It's a heart rate one, right? So these are hip thrusters. Burpees are coming down, coming out of it with a push-up. Coming all the way down, out of it with a push-up. That's the difference between hip thrusters and burpees. This is 6. I'm also pulling my feet, dropping my hips down. 8, 9. That's why I cue wide. Doesn't mean you always have to be wide. Some of you might be finishing up. Finish up with your 10. Don't stop because I got done. Catching our breath. And we're going to do the same exercise for strength that we did last week. So we have deadlifts and we have stiff-legged deadlifts. We're going to do a straight leg deadlift. Feet usually right underneath the hips, maybe shoulders if that feels better. So again, it's a flexibility thing. So we want to slide that weight down the outside of our legs or right in the front side of our legs. Most people, once they reach about here or right below the knee, in order to go further and keep their back straight, they don't always have that hamstring flexibility. So then they round over and they're doing their deadlifts rounded over. So it's more important to just go until you feel that tension in your hamstring and come up. So when I made a statement, keep going. Go ahead and go with me in practice. Squeeze your buns. To say, there's really not a big reason to go below your knees. It's me caring about your backs, right? And making sure you guys are able to keep your back straight. But if you're able to keep that sacrum straight, right, and continue to go down, then go ahead. But don't round over to get down further, right? Hammies. We're going for 5 more from here. Squeeze on the way up. 3. The knees don't move. 2 and 1. All right, so right from there, we're going to those hip thrusters. Or heck, if you want to do burpees, you can go all the way down into that push-up position. Okay, last exercise, and then we'll do one more set of those. Here we go, you're 10. You can step them out. Just exchange which leg you stepped out with and in with the second round. Okay, see if you can get those feet pulled in, drop the hips, and stand up. Then you're ready to go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Solid hips going back. Woo. Catch your breath. We'll do one more set of those stiff-legged deadlifts. Technically, those deadlifts should be done with some pretty heavy weights. We'll see if my hands are big enough. That's a funny question. They're huge. All right, stiff-legged deadlift, one more set. Might drop them on my toes. And here we go. Down and up till you feel a stretch in those hammies, but you're keeping a nice straight back. The other thing is, try to keep your head neutral, looking at that floor. If you look up, you're straining your neck a little bit most likely. It's like looking at the ceiling. So right at that stretch, you start squeezing. So when I say squeeze, I mean take and tuck your buns under. Drive your buns towards your hammies and your knees. Squeeze them. Good. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Good work. Let's bring it to the floor. And we're going to do a little stretch out. I'm going to turn my mat to the side. It's class nice, doesn't it? So my knees are going to be really wide. That's why I turn my mat to the side. So open those knees out really wide. And you're going to bring your toes together. I want you to bring your forearms to the ground. And then work on sitting those hips back towards your heels. Let that head just tuck in. Look at your belly. Look at your groin. Stretching out the top of your foot, your ankles, your hips. And we're going to walk those hands back in. Press ourselves up. We'll bring our knees right underneath our hips. And then this time, only your right leg goes way out to the side. And then you're going to thread the needle with your right arm underneath your left. Bring your right side of your head and your shoulder to the ground and push your hips to the left, or well, I should say, drive that right hip in towards the ground. So you feel stretch in that right inner thigh and also through the back. We'll bring ourselves up. Bring both knees underneath our hips. Step that left knee way out to the side. Take your left arm, thread that needle. Drive your left hip towards the right side. Feel a nice lengthening through that left inner thigh. A little bit of combo exercises instead of just doing upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. You're welcome, Stephanie. Thanks for coming. And let's have a seat. And let's do a good old tricep stretch. So hands up, drop those fingertips behind the back of the neck, reach over and just gently bring those fingertips down the middle of the shoulder blades a little more. So if you missed it at the beginning on February 25th at 6 p.m., there is a virtual Zumba party. So don't forget to register for that if you don't have anything going on that evening. You're going to switch arms. And then next week, Tuesday, the 16th of February, I'm doing a 3 p.m. healthy eating. It's food for thought on the website. You can register for it. Of course, we don't just talk about healthy eating. We talk about how to develop habits and rituals. Go ahead and rotate to the side. I have a weekly healthy eating group that we meet and we work on supportive conversation around some of those things. But lots of things come up. Sleep, how to manage stress, all the things that kind of cycle into our healthy eating rituals, habits. We're going to take those arms underneath your legs. And everyone in the group said they absolutely benefited from meeting on a weekly basis. Maybe you want to take part, but you want to not meet on a weekly basis. No problem, we can work it out. And bringing it up. Take those legs out in front, take a big inhale, reaching those fingertips up towards the ceiling. And reach out. Maybe touching those shoes, maybe your lower legs. And start to shake it out in those legs. And I just want to thank everyone for joining me today for our strength and cardio mix. I hope you had a Good workout.